Host Stephen West, Centerline News. Let's get into it. Now, we've all been following this horrific kidnapping, murder, whatever it is. We don't know. All we know is we have some what we call door dash cam footage. Okay, some people call them the ring, or in this case, it's called the Nest camera. And these are the still photos that I've started with. And again, let me introduce myself, Stephen West. I've been in computers for over 30 years. I can do a few things, and I've basically taken all this data into my own computers, software, and tried to come up with what I call the suspect. So let me tell you the steps that I've taken, okay? So you'll understand that I'm basically methodically went through taking these images. Now, I tried to work with this side image and I was able to get some results, but remember, trying to demask somebody on infrared. Now, this is infrared camera because it's night. So I had to convert this from infrared to regular viewing. So I was able to take this photo. And now I want to start and let you know this is the photo that I took. I cropped out this face, and then we targeted taking out the goggle eyes that in old days we used to take photos. The flash was too bright. You would have these kind of lit up eyes like this, cat eyes, whatever you want to call it. And obviously he has a flashlight in his mouth. So I'm going to go back through the series of steps that I took, and then you can tell me, hey, is this the guy, not the guy? I want to point out some certain characteristics that once we zoomed in on this particular face, you'll end up starting to see a lot of things, okay? Now, this really wasn't, it's blurry. This is pretty solid, okay? It gets the person's face. It gets see, these are considered round eyes. Oval eyes are more like, I don't know, I want to describe them as like Asian eyes, as they're more oval. These are more round. You can see the roundness on these. These are definitely round eyes. They're not oval or elliptic, okay? And that's the two types of eyes we have on this planet, okay? Only two. So that's why you can completely tell if this guy has round eyes or oval eyes. These are considered round eyes. All right, so I went ahead and I took out this photo and I'm going to show you the series of things that I did. Now, this was just the first experiment that I literally just blacked out this person's eyes to take a look at it and say, okay, he still has the flashlight. You can start to see a little bit of the mustache there, but what happened is this photo blurred out all this stuff. But luckily, through some imaging software that I had, I was able to go back to this original photo and then clear up the eyes and clear up what the mouth would be based on the other photo as well, where you could see the little lip there. So basically, this is why you can see now that from the original image, which again, this is his original eyes. We can go back here. You can see the original eyes. Now, see this little thing here on his eye? You're going to see that coming forward, and you'll see this little debit right here, okay? So pay attention to this little clevis and this little debit here, because when you jump here to the real photo and it gets cleared up, you could see this. This is going to be a key thing that the detectives should be looking for, because the person's going to have this little mark here when you look at them, and same with this and this area down here. Reason why, as you can see. Now remember, this is the same eyes as this photo. Haven't changed it at all. Just cleaned it up and re-imaged where the mouth should be. Okay? And so now we've got this image. So I got to here. So I said, okay, next thing we're going to do is going to identify really what color this, they call these different, we call them a ski mask in the old days. There's a new name for it. But then I went ahead and colorized it. So now you really got an idea of, see this person's eyes. You still see the same mark here. You see the same, you know, like we all get them as we start getting older. It's a little down here, and you see little spots. But now you can really see. I'll go back here. You can see I started with this, cleaned it up, added color, and now you can see I went ahead and started to come up with some different designs on what this person's face could be. So I'm going to go ahead and let you see what we've come up with. Now again, I'm going to take you back to the very first of this image. That's the image that I made. It's his eyes, okay, and the mouth. Now all AI is doing is bringing this to life. So let's start it. Okay, see the side angle? It's the same eye. So this is what really should be able to help identify this person, because clearly it's close. Very, very close, and it ends up finishing back to where this person's eyes were. Look at it. Start. This is finish. Back to start. Start. Finish. Start. Finish. So remember, this is the original eyes. So even if the mouth isn't perfect or the mustache is a little different, the eyes don't lie. You got the eyes starting here, coming to life. That's come to life. That's probably exactly what this person looks like, right? See, because remember, we go right from here, original photo. Boom. This is what we're looking for. This man right here. Okay, and then what he should look from side angle. So now let's go forward. This is what I think the guy looks like. Now again, if you look like him and you didn't do it, I apologize. But again, you can see it's the same eyes as the photo. So basically when you start going, you start seeing all these photos have the same eyes and the same mouth. So work with me. There's the same eyes, same mouth. Same eyes, same mouth. Same eyes, same mouth. Same eyes, same mouth. Remember, see the round eyes? They're round. These are considered round. The oval are really flatter. These are round. Okay? Anyway, so now let's go back. Here's another image. Now, this is the original image of this gentleman with the mask on. And I was able to get it kind of where you remove the mask. Now, obviously the person's going to have more hair, but this should give you an idea of what he looks like from a side angle. Okay, you could see his beard and mustache right there, or his little goatee. All right, but this is just remove the mask. So I hope this helps everybody to kind of get an identification, because again, let's go back. You could see original photo, and with the help of AI, just stripping down the mask, which really didn't really remove it, just remove the texture of it to keep the whole frame of what this person's jawline is going to look like, right? Here's the jawline here, right? Here's the ear, here's the head. Boom. Here's the ear, here's the head, here's the jawline. Okay, again, AI couldn't decipher here, but it clear where the mask is. This is where the mask was. Again, this is what we have, ladies and gentlemen. He could cut his or shave his hair, but now you understand we have something to go on. Okay, one or two things. We've got this photo cleaned up, kind of gives you an idea of what this guy's symmetrically gonna look like. All right, and then go back, look at the final photos. Same eyes in everybody. They're all the same eyes, same mouth. Same eyes, same mouth. Same eyes, same mouth. There he is. Black and white, color. There's the original photo, folks. So again, you need to get this video out, because I'm not going to make a bunch of videos, because I think I spent like 16 hours doing what I can. Now, the final photo that I think this guy looks closely like, this one right here, only because of the eyes and mouth. Now, this is a thinner person, okay? A little bit thinner, meaning AI really couldn't help me make his face any bigger because I needed to keep everything symmetrical, the same size. So, anyway, but you'll end up seeing the eyes never change. The mouth never changes. So the eyes are the same with all these photos, folks. They're the same eyes, okay? Same exact eyes. The eyelashes might change a little bit, but they are the same eyes and the same mouth. Same eyes, same mouth. Again, folks, I hope you like videos like this. I'm only trying to find this person that did this horrible crime. And look, don't worry about guys like me, because, look, I've got all the protection in the world, and I really feel, in the future, a lot of elderly people need to look at this video, make sure they got their Ring and their doorbell camera and their subscription up to date, because guys like this and people like him think that they can, come out and hurt you and kidnap you and steal money from you. So, again, if you like videos like this, tell your friends and next door neighbors. I'm Stephen West from Centralized News. Until next video, thank you.